Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this, right? Now you talking about my financial plan to show us how to make money, right? But I'm showing us how they keeping us poor, right? I was in Edenville, Florida, right? The oldest black municipality in America. That's what they say, right? And now I was in here bringing high-paying jobs, right? Because I was building a hotel and a convention center. Now in a black community, you saying about finances, right? This in a black town. I was gonna build a black stock market. I came and talked to black mayors, and they went, and I gave them all the paperwork, all of the legal paperwork. Instead of them going to get a lawyer, the man say he went to the white man, and the white man told him that all the paperwork was, all the white man had to do is say I was lying. Now all of the paperwork that I showed this black mayor, right, it didn't do nothing, right? All the white man had to do was say, that's not true. 2 hours I sat here showing this man this mental wealth where I won this land in court, and all the white man had to do was say that ain't true, right? See, so how do you teach something that you can't even show because they don't have the mental currency necessary to even accept the wealth, right? See, but now they'll do anything for money because you don't have to be intelligent. See, that's what I was trying to tell the lady, the young lady that I was talking to that inspired this day. This a day in my life, right? So let me read my day, right? I'm just gonna turn to a page. Okay, this is, I'm gonna do 91. They are elected judges, elected by those for whom they deceive. But I am the born judge, birthed out of their prayers. But I showed them justice standing where justice born is supposed to stand. I stood as a plaintiff against injustice, but they of elected power allowed me to tap into their power source and tell the Israelites of this world, this world that I am he, and rise to their feet and receive your inheritance. But they of deceived army mentally placed me within a hospital and imprisoned my body, so I am to assume that it is my own people for whom I had ordered free that has now enslaved me. My army has become deaf to my voice as I tell them to rise within the vessel of their birth and build the paradise of my dream from a daydream turned into a nightmare, resurrected by the spirit of the Israelites for whom was directed by Moses. See, Israelites, how everything goes back to the beginning when the lie is caught at its ending, because this would be the time when the roots of the Garden of Eden's tree of knowledge would be reconnected, and the tree of knowledge will again grow as it had once grown, and the children of my future would really see the dream of my past, but they of only sayings speak beautifully that there is nothing new under the sun, but they deny me as I try to show them of the paradise that used to be within my modern defended dream. They need nothing but to become what they already are: builders, entertainers, teachers, doctors, lawyers, tractor trailer drivers, bus drivers, and consumers only. The devil and the devil's devilment would be removed from their blessing, and my blessing would be I answered their blessings to show them that I was real. But how else can the ignorant come to the victimized other than a victim? If one was blinded, one would be able to clearly see that Jesus Christ said, if one does something for the least of one's brethren, one does this unto me. This means that they who would bend to help the least of one's brethren would see their brethren from the position of the least of their brethren and would see clearly the problem. that Jesus Christ saw, but Jesus Christ could only speak of what I now have grown to write of. The problem is us, and can only be corrected by us, because God has given us rule over us and has given us many leaders, but we continue to be misled at some point. A point is going to have to get the point made when God Almighty, with the point from the tip of God's finger, wrote the laws of peace so that the promised land could return to the Garden of Eden. Now that's my testimony. That's page 91. Now that's what I wrote sometime in this journey to answer a question asked of me, right? And so this is my mental currency. You see what I'm saying? See, so if you're not, if your mind is not fertile enough to receive that page 91 of my mind, that's why I say I'm a gardener in the Garden of Eden. I have to turn the topsoil of your understanding over so I can plant that page 91 in fertile soil so it can then grow and be prosperous for us both.